Hey everybody, just a quick video. Actually, it may not be quick because I'm about to go on a rant. This is not a review, this is not an unboxing, this is just a rant against mostly American tech reviewers like these like white bros from like Brooklyn who I think are very unfair towards LG. I don't know why, but I've read a bunch of their shit for like 2 years now, and they're always very snarky about LG phones to a point that it's almost unfair. I'm suspecting that it's because they can't afford to piss off Apple or Samsung or Google, so they have to say nice things about those phones. So then they have to then channel the snark into smaller brands just so they can still look like they're like, you know, they're like cool and hipster and snarky and shit. So case in point, I remember the LG G6 review in The Verge. It was like full of backhanded compliments. It was like saying the phone is good except the software is terrible. But then when that same site reviewed the Galaxy S8, it doesn't mention the software because, like, why? Samsung software is just as heavy as LG software. It's just as bad if you're a fan of stock Android. So anyway, let's look at the LG V30. It's a damn excellent phone, but you check out the reviews. It's so negative. So you look at Business Insider, the review, the title, the head. There's only one reason you should buy LG's latest smartphone and plenty of reasons not to. So this is a very negative title that will immediately put off potential buyers of the phone. So I read through this whole damn thing. So what are the bad things about the LG V30? There are plenty of reasons. Number one, the camera is not as good as the Google Pixel 2. So fair enough, the Google Pixel 2 is probably the best camera on the market right now. So the LG V30 doesn't stack up to it in one particular situation, just low light photography and daylight photography. And the other things the guy says he doesn't like, he says he doesn't like the back of the phone. The back of the phone is a little bit of letdown. He says it looks ugly or not good. So this is the back. I have this thing on there for grip. But if you ignore this, I think the back looks fine. I mean, like, how does this look worse than the iPhone X's back or the Galaxy Note 8's back? So like, another thing, American reviewers like to poke fun at LG's phone, saying, oh, it looks like a robot with a dual camera. But then you look at this. What does this look like? Like a fucking robot, right? So they say that about LG, but not about Samsung. And you look at iPhone X with the ugly ass camera bump on the back, and they don't really make a thing of it. So let's get back to the Business Insider review. So the other things that the guy says plenty of reason, it's bloatware. And then he admits it's from Verizon. So first of all, that's not LG's fault, right? That's Verizon's fault. If you get a Verizon HTC phone, a Verizon Samsung phone, you're gonna have the same bloatware on it. And if I buy an LG phone from Hong Kong, it comes without bloatware. So that's just an American problem, man. Like, don't blame LG for that shit. Blame your stupid American carrier systems. When I get phones from Hong Kong carriers, there are no bloatware on it too. So really, that's it. That's all the nitpicks. He doesn't like the back of the phone, which is completely opinion. The camera's not as good as the Google Pixel 2, which you can say about every other phone. And bloatware, which is not LG's fault. That's it. And then he says the one reason to buy the phone is for the headphone jack and hi-fi audio. There's no mention of the fact that this bezel design it's pretty awesome. It's probably the sleekest phone out there. It's thinner than the iPhone X, thinner than the Huawei Mate 10 Pro. And the thing is, I have every one of these phones. I have all these phones on me. I use them every day. So I have the most honest opinion. I'm not like some dude in SF who only uses an iPhone. Like, I travel around Asia using multiple phones, multiple SIM cards. So having said all that, is that deserving of this negative of a title, saying there's only one reason to get the phone and like plenty of reasons not to because you don't like the back of the phone? Stupid. So it's not just Business Insider though. Let's check out Wired's review. So Wired, this is a mostly positive review, except the first paragraph. This dude, Jeffrey Van Camp, decided to take a shot at the LG naming. So it says, I've never heard a good reason why LG named this phone V30. It's a strange moniker that doesn't grab your attention, but that's just how it goes with LG. It can make the best device in the world and fail to name it. So, first paragraph, it's already a negative thing, saying LG's marketing is stupid and the name V30 doesn't make sense. So, like, what the fuck? So this is the iPhone X. It's pronounced iPhone X, but when you write it, it's iPhone X. And what was the phone before it? iPhone 8. What was the phone before that? 7S. Oh, actually, no, not even 7S, 7. So Apple went from 7 to 8 to X, somehow pronounced 10. What sense does that make? HTC went from the M9 to the HTC 10 to the U11. So it went from M9 to just 10 to U11. Samsung Galaxy from Note 5 to Note 7. OnePlus went from the OnePlus 3 to OnePlus 5 to the OnePlus 5T. So what does the T stands for? Somehow it's just 5 to 5T. Apple, like 6 to 6S. What does the S stands for? So basically my point is, in smartphone industry, all these names make no damn sense. People just throw numbers and shit out there for no reason. So why is this dude singling out LG right from the opening paragraph, right in the lead, poke fun at LG like in this negative tone, when you wouldn't say that about the iPhone 10, iPhone X? Like why the fuck is it called an X? Like just call it 10. Like when what happened to iPhone 9? You know, like just like you're gonna get snarky with LG. Like you're nitpicking right here with LG, but you won't nitpick other companies. So I just don't get it. So one of the major complaints a lot of reviewers have about the display is that there's a blue shift and it gets grainy in low light. So I'm gonna show you an example right now. Put it to a test. Okay, so now I have both phones on max brightness. Yes, the LG OLED panel does have a blue shift when you do it, but so does the Samsung. Not as bad, yes, but it's still there. It's still there. And then as for this low brightness graininess, like I don't know, I don't really see it. Like reviewers have said it makes the phone look dirty, there's like a bit of grain to it, but let's check out the iPhone 10, the OLED panel that they can't stop gushing about. Let's check out the iPhone 10 in low brightness. Like, I don't know, does this look a lot cleaner to you? Look, I know that technically speaking, if you really get technical, LG's OLED display isn't as good as Samsung's OLED display. But the difference is, is minimal. I think the average Joe, or even someone who's tech savvy, when they use this phone, they're not gonna complain like, "Oh, this display doesn't look good. It's really bothering me." And the thing is, tech reviewers know this because they make excuses for the Google Pixel 2 XL. The Google Pixel 2 XL also uses an LG panel, also has the same minor problems. And then reviewers would be like, "Oh, it's the Google Pixel 2 XL's display is not as good as the Samsung Galaxy Note 8's display, but it's okay. It's not a deal breaker. Like I still like the phone." But somehow for LG V30, they don't cut it any slack. Like on The Verge and Business Insider, it basically says the display is a deal breaker. Like how the fuck is this a deal breaker? Like this looks terrible to you? Like seriously, like people are gonna buy this phone and then complain like, "Oh, I can't use this phone. Like the display just like gets on my nerves." Like really? Like there's so many good things about the LG V30 that reviewers kind of ignore and just focus on the bad things. For example, like I said earlier, this phone is so sleek and so damn well designed. If you factor in the notch of the iPhone 10, you can argue the LG V30 is more of a bezel-less phone. I mean, you look at the bezels around the iPhone 10 right here. It's not that thin. The LG V30 arguably looks like a more impressive phone. I know that if you watch Instagram stories, the LG V30 looks better because it fills up the entire screen, whereas on the iPhone 10 you get this stupid like thing that like at the top it cuts off at the top and it cuts off at the bottom. On the LG V30, you watch an Instagram video, it looks a hell lot more impressive and immersive. Like boom, you compare it to this versus this, like with the little black bars down at the bottom. Like come on, man. So and also this phone is thin. It's thinner than the Galaxy Note 8. It's lighter and it's easier in the hand. Thinner, no camera bump. Whereas on the iPhone 10 you get this ugly ass camera bump. And this camera bump is already not as pronounced because I put a piece of glass on the back of the phone as protection. There's an extra layer of glass on it. If you take this glass off, the camera bump sticks out like a sore thumb. LG V30 doesn't. The phone is sleeker. From all angles, it's probably just as well manufactured and well crafted. In fact, you know how Apple and HTC claims that they have to take out the headphone jack to make the phone more sleek? Well, LG V30 has a headphone jack in there and the phone is more sleek. So what about that, Apple, HTC? And earlier, Business Insider mentioned that the camera of the LG V30 isn't as good as the Pixel 2 XL. Okay, fine, fair enough. But then they don't mention that the LG V30 camera actually can do a lot of tricks though. For example, the wide-angle lens. This shit is actually useful because you get a much wider field of vision, which is useful in situations that you can back up. I'll give you an example right now. So couple of days ago, I was jamming with my friends because I'm in a band, and we were in a really small band room because Hong Kong is small. So the phone couldn't go that far back because the room just wasn't that big. It was like maybe 200 square feet. So I was able to shoot this video with the wide. So I was able to shoot this video with the wide angle lens and capture the whole band. That's me. These are my bandmates. So I was able to capture the whole band because of the wide angle lens. If I did not have the wide angle lens, the camera would not have gotten the entire band. It would have either cut me off or cut off this dude right here. Because standard camera angles can only go so far. So this is useful when you're in an alley and you're trying to get a picture of like a graffiti or a door too. You can hit this and get a much wider field of vision. This is useful. Also, manual video controls. So when you're shooting video, you can record a video and then you get complete manual controls such as ISO and white balance, all that. So I can record a video and now I can shift ISO, I can change shutter speed, I can change white balance, manual focus, all of that. These are things that no other smartphone lets you do. I can also focus on zoom into a particular part of the frame. These are things that I can't do on the iPhone 10, I can't do on the Galaxy Note 8 that the LG V30 offers. But the review from Business Insider doesn't really mention that at all. It just mentions that the guy doesn't like the back of the phone. Like, it's so fucking stupid. And one final thing, LG software actually gives you a lot of ways to unlock the phone, and it's very useful. So you have the fingerprint reader, which is fast and accurate, but you can also unlock the phone by tapping on it, which I freaking love. You know why it's useful? Because when you have a phone flat on a table, say I'm at work and I need to unlock my phone really quick, I just have to do the tap and the phone unlocks. So how long did that take? Like less than 1 second? Because you can tap on the phone anywhere. You can tap on the top, you can tap on the bottom, and you don't have to turn on the screen. You can just tap on it and it will immediately go on. So with an iPhone 10, how can you unlock the phone when it's on a table? I have to press a button, swipe on the phone, wait till Face ID to stop scanning, and then input my PIN. So that takes like 3 seconds. Or I can lean over the desk and put my head over the phone. I look like a freaking idiot when I do that, but okay, so I do that. Or the Galaxy Note 8, what can I do if it's on a table? I have to wake the screen and then put in the PIN, and then I have to look at the phone when I put in the PIN, because I can't, you know, if I'm not looking at it, I don't think I can hit all the numbers correctly. So I have to look at the phone and put in 4 digits. So that takes like 2-3 seconds. With the LG V30, I don't need to look at the phone. It's muscle memory at this point, and it's secure enough because you need the exact tap. If you tap it otherwise, it's not going to unlock. See, it says try again. So you have to know the exact pattern of my tap to unlock my phone. Look at how fast that is. These are little things that LG does that American reviewers never give credit for. All they want to do is poke fun at LG software, trash LG software, without mentioning that this shit is actually very useful if you're working in an office and you have to unlock your phone 100 times a day while it's on the table. I mean, try unlocking the phone with the iPhone 10 on the table, man. It's annoying as hell. They don't mention these things. All they do is gush about Apple. Like, check out the control center. It's you have to swipe from the top right. So I'm holding the phone like this. How the hell am I going to reach the top? I have to do reachability, which is awkward. You have to swipe down from here and then swipe from here. Like, see, so I just messed it up right now. Swipe down from here and then do this to bring controls panel. Like, it's just awkward. iPhone 10, there's so many things wrong with the phone, but reviewers don't mention that. All they do is gush about Apple and then nitpick on LG. So, like, why is that? Okay, so stop, Business Insider. Stop The Verge, The Wired, whatever. The jig is up, man.